certain protocols that will be observed as we continue to honour the Queen as well, and everyone in the stadium will be upstanding very soon. So the players are taking to the pitch. No Premier League hoarding up today. All of that has been removed in honour of the tributes today to Her Majesty the Queen. The players are heading to the centre circle. Wreaths will be laid as well, and the stadium is upstanding. Of course, the Premier League resumed on Friday night as the tributes to Her Majesty the Queen will be paid. She passed away 9 days ago, of course, in Balmoral. The flowers have just been laid outside the centre circle.
Wolverhampton Wanderers were deeply saddened and share the sorrow of the nation at the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. As our longest-serving monarch, she was an inspiration to all and leaves behind an incredible legacy following a life of dedication.
The speaker on the tannoy explaining the amazing legacy that the Queen has left behind. The protocol today is that there will be a minute's silence followed by the national anthem.
In goal, back four of Outnori, Hillman, Collins, Johnny, Mateus, Nunes, Neves, Moutinho, Podence, Guedes, Neto. 7 Portuguese international in the Wolves starting lineup. For the champions, it's Edison in goal, a back four, Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Stones, Akendi. He's making his Premier League, one of his Premier League start. Grealish, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Foden, Silva, Haaland. Well, everything that Erling Haaland touches turns to gold. He has a tally of 10 goals, which is more than 13 of the other 19 clubs have managed. Incredible from the summer signings. That's really added the firepower to say what wasn't needed for the champions. Of course, the double champions. You're looking to equal Manchester United's feat of a three-peat in the Premier League era. It's a gorgeous day in the Black Country. City are sporting their sky blue shirts, white shorts and blue socks, and Wolves the home side with their golden shirts here at Molineux. So no Diego Costa for them. Goals have been a problem for Wolves. They're the lowest goal scorers in the league with just the 3 goals, but you always have to have balance in life, and the balance there would be that they have the meanest defence in the league, the best defence, only conceding 4. So we're moments away here. We're going to go for the first game of a 7-game Premier League weekend. Of course, due to the postponements for today in Crystal Palace, Brighton, tomorrow Manchester United, Leeds and Chelsea, Liverpool, due to Queen Elizabeth II's passing. But we are up and running in game week 8 after 2 fixtures last night, and we're up and running here. And as you can imagine, City have the ball. Man City were behind in midweek when Jude Bellingham, the international, put the Germans in front in the Etihad, but City woke up and Haaland woke up, and it's them on the attack down this right hand side with Phil Foden and about approaching the byline over De Bruyne. First time cross, Haaland's there, but it's not tapped in. It's tapped in by Jack Grealish inside the first minute, and it's the former Villa boy at Wolves that's put the champions in the lead. De Bruyne with the cross, Grealish with the tap in, and City lead. Wolves 0, Manchester City 1. Literally just 2 minutes ago I was talking about the meanest defence. That was breached instantly. City get the ball off the halfway line. Foden down the right hand side. He waits, he plays it forward to Kevin De Bruyne, hits the byline. First time cross, and it misses Haaland, but Grealish is there to tap it. So inside the 6-yard box. And it's why they're champions. Simply why. Beautiful back heel from Foden. What he does really well, he's got 2 defenders on him. Back heels it to De Bruyne. First time cross. Haaland can't get there, but Grealish can. In fact, it comes off his knee. We just look at a replay here. Just really good. First time finish. Left footed. And Madness had a lot of criticism. Jack Grealish. Player that set the world alight with Villa, and then made that move to Manchester City last summer off the back of the Euros. He is the most expensive Premier League signing in history, 100 million sterling flat. And when the likes of Raheem Sterling and Gabriel Jesus are leaving Man City, it's on eyes for him to improve and step up after a disappointing first season for Grealish. But he's got his first goal of the season, and that will give him all the world of good from a City point of view. From a Wolves point of view, that's your game plan out of the window straight away. When you're playing Manchester City, it's about keeping it tight and making sure that the floodlights don't open, and they're looking to get some composure here. Wolves trying to get out of their own half. It's with Collins, he plays it straight to Haaland. Can he latch onto it? The Norwegian, he can't, so it's fired forward from Jose Caesar. It's a sunny day in Black Country Park. So cold in the UK today. You can definitely see winter is coming. Here's Grealish, first touch lets him down this occasion. Time for Matheus Nunes to get some touches of the ball. And it's with Wolves in the back line. Collins now. It's got Nuri to the left of him. Plays it back to his centre-back partner in Kilman. Now they'll go down the right with Johnny. Good first touch now. They go past the halfway line, Wolves. Now running at Ruben Diaz. Does find Moutinho. Does play it now towards Guedes. He shoots, and it's blocked by Edison. Ferocious shot, and Wolves have a corner. Got a fast start here. I'm on it. 4 minutes gone. The champions lead, but Wolves moments away from getting the level up. It's a left-footed shot that was parried away by Edison. Guedes takes the shot. It will be a corner, and he will take the corner. The summer signing. Collins and Kilman are up. Don't quote me on this, but I've got a funny feeling this won't end 1-0. The ball's whipped in, header away by Man City. Warner tries to pick it up, he does, but it gets out of play. 4 minutes 20 seconds. Kiot, Real Large is up wearing a fleece, hands crossed, and he's not going to be happy. Statistics says that when City score first, they win. 30 have won, drawn 3, lost 0. Also, the statistics will tell you that Man City don't normally go 2 consecutive games without winning the Premier League. Unfortunately, due to the postponements last week, a fortnight ago, they did draw 1-0 to Aston Villa away. Got the Manchester derby after the international break on the horizon. for Manchester City. The City on the attack down this right hand side again. De Bruyne now to Foden. Haaland wants it first time. He's going to get to Haaland. No, it's cleared by Nate Collins in the Wolves defence, but City look really, really dangerous. Look ominous. Absolutely ominous. And on a day like this, we just want the action to take control. You don't want to talk about the statistics. But another statistic I'm going to throw at everyone listening is that City have involved in 3 games this year that have seen 6 goals. There's no surprise that every time that City go forward, they look like scoring. One of those games finished 6-0 to City, in fact. As the corner comes in from De Bruyne, far post, headed back in. This is number 2. No, gathered by the goalkeeper, it's in. And as Rodri scored the second, we wait. I think it's going to be given as a free kick, and it probably will do. Jose Sarr got the ball up. The initial header was won by Stones. His header was towards the goalkeeper, and he did have both hands, and it fell to Rodri, and then he tapped in, but it won't be a goal. Stays Wolves 0, Manchester City 1. Whatever you're drinking right now, it's either be a coffee or a tea or water. You're listening to a fast, ferocious Premier League lunchtime game, or whenever time you are listening to this. It's proper Premier League action here, and the champions are in control with Ederson with the ball. Ederson back. Kenji. It's De Bruyne. Say Kenji. City want to build from the back, and they'll do that through Ruben Diaz. Once again, we've seen Stones as a centre back, really pushed into a right back position. Foden flips into De Bruyne. The movement from City is scintillating. It's now with Jones in that right back position. He spreads the ball delightfully to looking towards Jack Grealish, but it's cut out by Johnny, which heads back to his goalkeeper Sarr, who has a purple, more of a light purple jersey rather than Ederson is the goalkeeper for Manchester City. Jose Sarr, the goalkeeper for Wolves, he has the ball again. Definitely got bright orange boots and gloves. City's press is very good. Rodri wins it. So can Foden. Foden slips this to Grealish, but it trickles out. And that will be a goal kick. 7 minutes gone. Wolves 0. Manchester City 1. Inside a minute. Get confirmation. Don't think that is the fastest goal of the season so far. I don't believe it is. I think it could be the second. Grealish needed that. He really did. It's been a difficult start to his Premier League season. Still waiting for this goal kick to be taken, by the way. You've not missed anything here live on Flash Score. You don't ever miss anything on this app. Statistics, goal time reaction, and of course audio commentaries and match reports. And it's Wolves who've got the ball in field now with Gooders, who seems very bright. He's taken how many blue shirts around him, and he ran into the wall of blue shirts, and Grealish will run away with it. Goes past a couple players. The referee's saying it, just play on for a while. Bernardo Silva will go and run towards Sarr, to Neves. This will be just what they needed. Wolves for the possession, but then Haaland goes for a press. They're a bit dangerously now, a little bit here. Collins back to his goalkeeper. 9 minutes gone. Just look nervous at the moment, Wolves. They need to settle, need to be able to be in a position, and just like that, they push the ball out. Thankfully for them, it's gone off a blue shirt, and they have a throw deep, still in their own half. I mean, the ball's now with the goalkeeper in Sarr. They need to get the ball further out of the pitch, number one, and two, just settle the nerves. They're at home, of course, and just goals have been a major issue for them this year. They're a tough watch at times, Wolves, but when they do raise their game, they make it difficult for the opponent. Out Nore. Jones blocks it. Ball through. Kilman. Colin. Back to Collins. Neves now, it's nice from Neves. Molineux wants it. They go down this right hand side. Neto. City cut it out. Cancelo will take the forward. Okay, apologies. Any technical issues with the audio we have experienced. Broadcast. We've got a throw in now in City's half. Collins. Molineux picks this up. Nice. Down the left hand side now. Neary now invades the challenge. Tries to put the ball forward. Let's poke it back. Neves knows to find the range. Let's keep this to the right hand side. It's too heavy. In the end for Pedro Neto. He can't keep hold of it. It's cut out by the City defence. 11 minutes gone. Wolves 0, Manchester City 1. Sarr now. Collins. Oh, he's giving it away. Here's Silva. Grealish. Haaland ahead of him. He tries to go past the Wolves player, but the ball that he played forward fell away to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's clearance is found the blue shirt. Now with Rodri. Second jet. It's more Stones right back then. Vijay being right back. Here's the boy now. So much space. Lofting this towards Haaland. Neves. Forward to Neto. What a ball that is! That is from Neves. Neto goes in field. That's cut out. Rodri has been penalised. Once again, apologies for any disturbance to the broadcast. But Wolves have a free kick. Prior, Molineux has been put down by Rodri, edge of the box. Really good. Really good position for Wolves to take this free kick. Let's see what's going to happen. We know that they're good set piece takers. Molineux. Be a corner. Just wait for this corner to be taken. Taken short by Wolves. Go back to Nunez. Nunez balls headed out by City. Foden. Molineux can't link it. Still a good chance here for Wolves to put the ball in. And the cross is wayward. And it stays Wolves 0, Man City 1. Better though for Wolves. That's what we were talking about earlier. Better from them. That's what was needed. Collins. Manchester City on the ball. Once again, apologies for any issues you are experiencing with us here on Flash Score. It's Haaland though on the ball, approaching the box, shooting and scoring! That's goal number 14 for Sterling, and his Haaland is 11th. Haaland with his 11th Premier League goal, and it's just ominous for Wolves. City 2-0 to the good. Just easy, isn't it, for City? He picks the ball up and just hammers it through. Wow, just brilliant from Erling Haaland, just picking the ball up and hitting that home for goal number 14. Incredible. He's the first player to score in their first 4 Premier League away games. 11 goals now from 29 shots for Haaland. Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. It's the score here. Long way back for Wolves. Jay. Roger. Doesn't look towards Haaland. Diaz. Launch to the side. Headed away. Now Wolves. They're in half. Trying to get the ball out. He slips that back to Rodri. Does come back to him. City on the attack here. Back to Grealish. Haaland and Foden in the middle. Back to Rodri. 20 minutes gone and City are looking to get it. Their third. Grealish and Haaland with the goals inside the first 20 minutes. And here's out Nori. Skips past De Bruyne. Guardiola will be happy with the international break. Aiming to get themselves level with and leapfrog Arsenal. Rodri. Now De Bruyne. On his left hand side. It's now Grealish. Haaland will try and play a 1-2. Grealish just keeps the ball though for City. Still with Haaland. Fires the ball in and it's gathered by Son. Foden and Neves with the goals forced Wolves. That's the real problem. This season, it's 5-star. He is now. Back to Neto, out. And referee, get up. It's handball, in fact. But even corner. It's not something that alleged to be a penalty. FNG survive. Neves is back up. We're back running. Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. Still forcing City in the back line, 21 minutes played. Time to shoot! That's right after. The effort was comfortably in the hands of Chelsea's commentator. Neto has just had a shot gone wide into the box and just fires it wide. Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. Edison will look to take this goal kick. Spread it now. It's back to Wolves on the halfway line. Haaland. That's it. Now right hand side, Wolves go. Foden's having pressure from referee. Release Neto. Wolves haven't scored in the second half after 7-11 Premier League games. The longest time in the league. Any team. You can really see where the pop they'll nick the ball back, and they've actually got a free kick with Pin bundled over. We'll get there, Jello. Absolutely right there. And yeah, Guardez has been brought over. Neves to take this free kick. Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. Neves over the bar. Good effort from the Portuguese midfielder. On target. City 2-0. Goal kick taken through Edison. He gets it back after playing it short. He now puts that ball in place, the best that Wolves have done. So just turns to gold, doesn't it? Haaland. That's good for Diaz. Only there's a chance for them. Grealish. Struggle. Now with Roger. Stones. Jet. Back now. Diaz. City. Haaland. Wolves get back. Now it's off. Now City going forward. Pull back. Looking towards Grealish. Over the bar. It's a fine effort from Jack Grealish. Just see that. Over the bar. Looking for his second. "28 minutes played. Wolves 0. Manchester City 2. Over the bar. Neves tries to spread that. Molineux does find it now to the left hand side. Components quiet. Wolves have to find a way back into this game. Next game critical. Let's go. If City score, that'll be the points wrapped up and ready and prime for the derby in a fortnight's time. Wolves get another one. It could be. It's Haaland. It's running down the inside channel. Flips this now to Molineux. Collins flicks it to Anori down this left hand side. They're in City's half, Wolves. Haven't done that many times inside the first 30 minutes. Large, who is wondering to get more from his side. Here's Rodri. And then Jay Stones. And City have won a free kick by Bernardo Silva. Molineux, 2 Portuguese players, of course, collided. Bernardo goes into the centre circle into Wolves half. Rodri now to Stones. Diaz, Pinjet. Goes back to Stones, who's in an inverted fullback role and finds himself in a lot of trouble and gives the ball away to Wolves. Here's Guardas. Back to Molineux. Spreads this down the right hand side. Will it get there? It will. promising from Wolves. Oh, he can't get towards Guedes, and it's cut out by Kevin De Bruyne of all people. Stones. De Bruyne was pulled down by Molineux. Referee says play on as they go along. Look towards Foden. He's going to get to the Englishman. He keeps it alive with Haaland on his way. He's actually been penalised, Foden. But Wolves have decided to carry on. 2-0 they trail. Nori goes past two City players. And in fact, he gets the free kick after the young Dutchman ran into Kevin De Bruyne. Anthony Taylor is our referee. Wait for Molineux to take it. Neves. Collins, Kilman. Down this right with Johnny. Need more adventure. That's not what you want from your centre backs. Going long and just hammering on the ball down the pitch for it to be a throw-in to Manchester City. It's a real surprise. Silva. Hammered forward by Diaz. Collins. Of course, a missed hit by Bernardo Silva. Thankfully for him, there was a blue shirt behind him. Gets lost towards Jack Grealish. It's a really high challenge. And Johnny could be in trouble here. And there's no surprise that there's a red card for Collins. There is no surprise at all. To go to that height when the ball was chest level is just a decision that was easy for Anthony Taylor to make, and he's made it. Grealish is in pain. He's slamming the ground, Jack Grealish, and the red card has been shown. Just confirmation. Ball gets lofted by Rodri, and it's Collins. Such a high foot. It's a terrible challenging. He just double kicks him, misses the ball completely, and hits the midriff of Jack Grealish. It's dangerous play, and there's no surprise that the red card has been given, and this could be a very long afternoon for Wolves and Bruno Lage, because Nathan Collins has made an error that's costly, and it's made them go down to 10 players. So the ball gets whipped in over the pitch, in the halfway line, down the left-hand side. Grealish and Collins are competing for it, and then Collins, who's just looks so distraught, so distressed, like the whole world has fallen on the top of his shoulders in dismay. That's the correct decision, unfortunately, for the centre-back. I'm unsure if the manager's going to look at him discuss at all. He's talking to the fourth official. The manager, Bruno Lage, we don't want to have a word of Collins, and he's been told to leave the field by the fourth officials to give him absolutely no sympathy at all, and no surprise that the manager Bruno Lage hasn't looked in the direction of Nathan Collins. But as I was saying, ball was whipped in further down the pitch from Rodri. It was lovely, skipped up in the air, the ball bounces and he just goes straight into Grealish, high leg right into the midriff of Jack Grealish, and instantly you just thought alarm bells. No surprise that Anthony Taylor has put the red, has showed the red card. Ruben Neves is having a conversation with Anthony Taylor, and I'm sure when Ruben Neves and all the Wolves players go into the half time and have a look at the challenge that I'm seeing and that we've all seen here at Molineux, you for sure would know. And Jack Grealish has already shown the mark right there. I mean, any excuse to show his six-pack, of course. But he is showing the injury to Ruben Neves, and Neves and Jack Grealish. I'd love to hear this conversation. Portuguese talking to Jack Grealish, the accents flowing side to side. A bit interesting conversation, but as I mentioned, Ruben Neves, when he sees the replay of the challenge, he'll have no complaints. And Grealish is quite lucky that he's not bleeding. He's still flexible. It's a massive red bruise just below his waist for Jack Grealish. You can see why he is flaunting his six-pack. Why wouldn't you if you have a six-pack? But more importantly, you can see the red patch of a bruise on his body. Anyways, it is a free kick to Manchester City. We're 10 minutes away from the break. It's a cross that's whipped in by Kevin De Bruyne. I said the next goal would be important. I meant, well, with 11 players on that pitch, and with Wolves now down to 10 players, it's looking very, very difficult for them to get something out of this game at the moment. That Southampton win was their first in 13 league games on September the 3rd, 2 weeks ago for Wolves. That 1-0 victory here. Tough results. Started to struggle. It's always difficult when you're down a player and also down a goal inside the first minute. The ball is with Wolves though. They find himself in trouble because Foden's won it back. He's played it to Rodri. Ignores the right hand side. He goes down to the left. It's a Jack Grealish who's on the left now. And he's come back onto the pitch. Here's Cancelo. Hanging J. Now to De Bruyne. And it's a free kick to City. The referee's decided to play on. De Bruyne. J. Spreads this now to Silva, and he can't keep it in. And that's a bit sluggish from City, who feel now that they can really turn the screw, get that goal difference up a bit if they needed to get up even more, and return to top place and turn their attention to the international break. Many of these players, of course, will be featuring in the UEFA Nations League. Some will be going and playing friendlies as we warm up to the World Cup. It's scary to think when the Premier League returns, we'll be 6 weeks away from Qatar 2022 with the unique first Winter World Cup. And it's City through Cancelo, steaming forward now. Here's De Bruyne. This way, he looks dangerous. Foden's ball's cut out, and it's Nuri that does well to do that. Plays it back to Matthias Nunez. One thing I will say, Wolves there, as I said, top of the broadcast, mean defence, don't concede many. Probably wouldn't matter too much from a defensive point of view, being on less players, but it would definitely matter going forward, and that you feel for them make it a difficult task for sure, as Neves spreads the ball delightfully to the right hand side. Here's Podence up against Stones. Podence here. Podence shoots and it goes wide. Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. Nice play from Wolves, and you're going to be relying on the brilliance of Ruben Neves to pick a few players out. I think Podence may have been out. It was touch and go in regards to offside up against Stones. But the ball was comfortable in the end for City. 5 minutes until the half-time break. Expect maybe like 2 minutes or 3 minutes of added time. And this weekend, where only 2 fixtures in the Premier League other than in this one, the 2 yesterday, and obviously the 3 postponed. You have Bournemouth versus Newcastle. Eddie Howe's return to Bournemouth. You can listen to that, of course, on Flash Score, and you can listen to the 5:30 offering in Tottenham versus Leicester here. Tottenham looking to bounce back after midweek defeat. And tomorrow, Arsenal play Brentford on the day. And there's 2 other commentaries. Balls of City in Wolves' half, bang in the centre with John Stones. Foden now to the left hand side, which just trips on the ball, and out Nuri will pick that up and he'll wait that for Matheus Nunes. Nunes now past the halfway line, and he brought down the ears according to Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor wants to have a word. I'm not sure if he wants to talk to 2 captains. to Neves, and I do think he's called Kevin De Bruyne through just to have a conversation. De Bruyne or is it Johnny? Maybe a bit of dissent. It's Neves, the Wolves captain, having a conversation with the referee, who's talking to Johnny on the far side. Initially, it was Johnny, I felt, that made the challenge, but it was Collins instead. You see how stretched Wolves were in terms of their centre back was put in that right back position. It all started for Grealish inside the first minute, and then Erling Haaland just having that time and space. 11 Premier League goals, and it's not even, I don't know, it's absolutely remarkable. We may be on course for a 40-goal season. We just have to wait and see. As Wolves have progressed up the pitch really well, like they were heading there through Johnny. He's claiming a penalty, but nothing doing. It's actually a goal kick in the end. Rodri out to De Bruyne. Stones. Grealish. Oh, nice one too. With Haaland. Really solid 1-2 there. That's come off. In the transition, Wolves try their best to get the ball upfield. Doesn't seem to be the case. So City's in the back line. Wolves have won it. Just once again, they're finding themselves in Wolves blue shirt. Happy man. For sure. You can imagine that. What do you want? Be in the lead. Haaland. Another. Roger. Here's Grealish. Chance to shoot. Bruyne up. Left footed. De Bruyne out wide. What a kick. I think he's going to go and take that corner. 44 minutes, Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. As you approach half time, they're 2 up and a player up. Let's see what they can do from this corner. Take a short in the end. Ten seconds left. Haaland. Back to Rodri. Stones. How many minutes will be added on at half time? 3 minutes added on. Rodri. Stones. Stones down. close to the box. Foden. Nuri, ball's cleared. Wait. At a time. Chance here. Down this left hand side. Put it outside the boot. Yep. Well, we've seen Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. Wait for Joe Sarr to take this goal kick. We've got over a minute to go. The first half. Nunez. Back to Sarr. Puts us forward. Rodri. Puts it back. Edison. get onto the pitch, and then we'll get into team news. Yeah, should be a bit louder. Hopefully it is. And Wolves are back onto the pitch. 10 players. City are also alongside them. Just waiting for a confirmation of any changes. I don't think there will be much changes. Doesn't seem a happy figure. So Sarr in goal, Out Nuri, Kelman, Jody, and Nat Collins has been sent up. Matthias Nunes, Neves, Molineux, Foden, Guedes and Neto. For Manchester City, it's Edison in goal, Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Stones, Kenji, Grealish, Rodri and De Bruyne. Just getting a goal inside first minute. Foden, Silva and Haaland is their front three. Well, results have been not good for Wolves. So that to be another disappointment. They're on the ball now inside Man City's half. Look to spread this down the right hand side for Neto, and he's apprehended superbly by Cancelo. Stones, back to Edison, down the right hand side, now with Stones. As I mentioned in the first half, it's more amped now in the second, that Wolves haven't scored in the second half of 7 Premier League games, the longest run, and they're all negative tallies of statistics, lack of goals scored is a real problem. They're in the box here, and the offside flag has been raised. Last 6 games, just a 1 win in 6, in the first 6, drawn 3, they lost 2, sitting 14th heading into this game. Diego Costa is here at Molineux. His agent hasn't played a professional game since December, so it's just all about getting himself back into fitness. Is the aim now for sure, with the lack of forwards, without Jimenez out injured of course. New side is Sassi Akada doing his ACL after making that move to Stuttgart, and now Costa's giving a reprieve back into the Premier League. Diaz, Silva, to Grealish, Rodri, nice, with De Bruyne a bit of space. Sponged over the ball, but Foden's there. Stones, back to Kenji. Diaz, goes it back to his centre back partner. It's lofted in De Bruyne's path, approaching the byline. Hits it to the right, does the cross, and it's kept in. Why Kilburn, it will be a goal kick. Although it did come off. Out of play. Either way, it's a Wolves ball. Pep Guardiola manages 150th Champions League game. Midweek, City will win over Dortmund. City the Empress, don't they? Empress in terms of playing. Only City and Tottenham are unbeaten in the Premier League after Arsenal lost to Manchester United 2 weeks ago. And Arsenal, of course, went into that game 5 wins out of 5, lost, and then City and Spurs, who were about to meet last week, for the postponements due to the sad passing of Queen Elizabeth II. City also are in fine form away. They have been for a while now. They're 21 away games unbeaten. They haven't lost since last season's opening day of the season. And yeah, look like they're going to extend that. The record is set by Manchester United last year, funny enough, here at Wolves. That 1-0 victory for Man United, who are under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm sure City not eyeing that up, but yet at the moment they're on course. It extends to 22 away games, 6 draws, 15 wins. They've extended to 16 wins. Wolves on the ball. Johnny on his right hand side. It's nicked by Grealish nearly. Let's go back towards Neves, who's now playing this centre back position due to Collins sending off, and Neves was very vocal in his arguments to the referee Anthony Taylor not to send the centre back off, but I'm sure all the boys at Wolves half time break and everybody in the stadium could see it was a high challenge and one that justified the red card, and that could lead to 3 games suspended. Here's Cancelo. Grealish to the left of him, pushes the box, checks it out. Grealish with the low socks, calves are on the show. Back heels that now to Cancelo. Back to Grealish, a lot of space, and the flag's got up. It's poor from Cancelo, you know. When you can see the whole line, it's disappointing not to stay on. Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. Neves back to the goalkeeper on the side. On this left hand side for Molineux for Wolves. Just skips this infield. Keeper Foden. Skips past a few City players, spreads to the right hand side. There's a few Wolves players over. Here's Johnny. Looking towards Nunez. Neto goes past one. Can't go past. Yeah, he does go past Grealish. Decides not to put the ball in first time. Tries to go past another, but in doing so, he wins this side a quarter. As Cancelo sticks the leg out. It's Wolves 0, City 2. And Neto wins the quarter to provide us with the first quarter of the second half. It's gone to the hosts. Kilman is in the box. Left footed from Neto. Goes into the mix, and the blue shirts have scampered it away via Kevin De Bruyne down this left hand side in his own half. Slams the ball forward on the ground, but it's cut out by Neves. Here's Neves now. Plays to Nunez. Does Neto keep hold of it? He does, and fires that back to Neves. Nice little clip. This is promising from Wolves. There's a bit more options. Neto's there for the offering for Johnny. Decides not to play it. Goes for a cross. It's blocked by City. De Bruyne is there now on the touchline, right in front of Bruno Lage's technical area. It's cut out, and a real surprise that's been given as a free kick to City. Tackle on De Bruyne, but has just 2 minutes played. It's Wolves 0, City 2. Well, I can't live with Haaland as he's running at Neves, but the youngster, still young of course, I feel like he's been around for years, destined to come to either the Premier League or La Liga after his time in Austria and the German Bundesliga. So close to joining the red half of Manchester back in 2019. And decided to try and blue half with City, of course, and his Wolves over halfway now, who I have to say are performing valiantly in the first couple of minutes. They're rising to the challenge of being down to 10 players and looking to find a way back into this game. Neves now tries to thread one through. That would have put Foden through. Grealish, who skips past 3 Wolves players, and his body's over down this right hand side. There's De Bruyne, there's Foden. Foden's there, it's behind him, still the Englishman. Haaland to the left, just slips in out to Cancelo. Still looking dangerous. Cancelo looking towards Foden, and it's just gathered into the hands of Sarr. I just thought it was going to be a replication of the goal that we saw between Cancelo and Haaland in midweek. Similar position, lovely skill from Grealish. The Grealish of old, picking the ball up, going past 1 and 2 players. The initial ball from Cancelo couldn't find Foden with the acrobatic style. The game's open so much space. His Wolves are going up in the attack through Neto, and he overran it. Had so many options. Had Podence to the right, had Guardes to the left, and instead Cancelo had time to nip it and play it back to his goalkeeper. Wolves 0, Manchester City 2. Silva. Wolves giving it away. With Diaz and so is Cancelo. This real nervousness, and Bruno, no wonder he's come out of his technical area and he's clapping his players, because they've come out in the second half, 10 minutes gone, and they are showing that they're not here just to lay down and be a statistic. And if they're going to lose, they're going to make sure they're going to, before the international break, make sure that they make a real go of it. So, midfield to Moutinho. Neves wins the header down. He gets it back from Johnny, and here's a bit of space for Nunez. Nunez goes past two City players, goes through him like a sandwich, like a cucumber Tudor sandwich. The fillet there was the Portuguese midfielder, and just went through two slices of City bread. Silva can't get there, so who's Guardes now? Oh no, Nordic has been not penalised, gone to Wolves rather. Man City haven't got a free kick. It was the striker and Guardes who's been brought in, and he did kind of step on the ball, not to my surprise. The referee's decided that is a free kick. Moutinho is over it. Kilman's gone up again, the ball centre back. They're all aerial threat. They take it short, in fact. Diagonally to Johnny. And first time ball's blocked. In years it will be a throw. Not sure if it's going to be given a free kick now. There was calls of handball. Edison. Goalkeeper. Neves. Oh, he's nearly giving it back to City. And he hasn't. Two got it. Foden. And they've got a corner. Wolves down this right side. Benja is conceded at corner. It will be lifted from this right side. Leicester takes it short. It was really good in their set pieces, and that was a waste from the hosts. And Nora. Sarr. Back now to Moutinho. Johnny. He falls to Nunez. Spreads that delightfully to left hand side. Too much on it though. Just had too much on it. Sorry once again if you are struggling with Flash Full Service and this commentary, but you missed anything, of course. The Wolves 0, Manchester City 2, goals from Greenish and Haaland. Stones to take the throw. Played back to Sarr. Launches this forward. The header falls now to Wolves. Moutinho down his left hand side of Nordi. He's going to better side in the second half, that's the truth. And they nearly opened their own scoring. Through Guardet. Neto. Foden, scooping this towards Neto. Still City lead. Half an hour to go in this one. Been an entertaining game. It's played in parts. Stephanie Wolves' best period. That's for sure. Okay. Now that right hand side. For Foden. Right up. To the centre back. For City. The blue shirt, of course. With Wolves their traditional goal. Their home game. De Bruyne, Stones, MJ back, Edison, still City, Stones, the catch, De Bruyne. Stones. Down his right. Back to De Bruyne. Half-side. Here's the corner. De Bruyne to take it. Head it looking towards Haaland. Here's Cancelo. He fires it high and wide. 4 minutes gone. City 2 have the lead. Look on his face. Just not happy. Yeah, he's come out of his technical area and just started screaming. Watching this. It's a good challenge from Wolves. Neto. On play back. City with break. Right up. Free kick. Bit frustrated. Real frustration for Wolves. They are playing like this after being down to 10 players. I hope it would have been to started like this, but when you're trailing after a minute it does make it difficult in the game. But there's an urgency there at the moment. It's one that Horizon 2's got space now down this side. This could be a chance for Wolves. It's cut out by Ruben Diaz. Came down the right through Neto. Just seeing if this is going to be a VAR penalty shout for the connection Challenge on Neto. It's a real heavy challenge. Right. Manchester City player. And in fact, it's Nunes. He's been given a yellow card. Rivers has been booked also, more for dissent than anything else. Going on, and Riyad Mahrez are training. It's what makes City so dominant. The strength in depth that they've been able to provide through their ownership of Abu Dhabi, and their owners, the money they've pumped into the football club has put them in this position of having the wealth of talent, and of course the fantastic coaching elements of Pep Guardiola. They can have Gondwan and Mahrez. To think they had Sterling and Gabriel Jesus under their ranks last season. Real credit to Liverpool Football Club to keeping close to City. The quality at City have squad that wise. Just was missed. It was attacker Bernardo Silva nipped in and from a back pass. What was he trying to play out, which is much to their credit. Here's Jack Grealish though, picks it up for City. Grealish now runs this to Haaland. Haaland's really dominant. Haaland pushed away by Sarr. Foden's there for 3 and it's over the bar. Just that half turn. When Haaland gets that space, you expect the net to bulge. Runs with such imperious power. Good finish. And Haaland, it was actually a good save from Sarr initially. Terrifying if you're a defender seeing Haaland run at you like that. Whereas Foden tries to lob it off. It's Kilman who actually in fact got the touch, and it's a throw-in now to City. 76 minutes played. Wolves 0, Wolves 2. Comfortable in this one. Last game they've won 4, drawn 2. Have been able to share goals this year as well, as we were talking about Haaland, but Gondwan's got 2, Bernardo Silva's got 2, Alvarez of course has got 2, Cancelo's got 1, De Bruyne's got 1, Foden's got 1. Now that might not seem a lot if you consider it to the 3 goals that Wolves had. It shows you the quality, the strength of depth. As Haaland's put through by De Bruyne. Just checks back, waits for De Bruyne, slips it to De Bruyne, looking towards Foden. It's a lovely Manchester City goal, and it's scored by Phil Foden, created by De Bruyne, and the champions have their 3rd. Wolves 0, Manchester City 3. I mean, you've seen them in this form. It's just hard to see anyone else but City winning the league. 7 games in, they just look so dominant. That move was built in the centre, carved open, he slipped Haaland through, he checked edge of the box, he then waited, backheeled it to De Bruyne on the byline. He just saw the run of Foden. Foden had the most delicate of touches and slipped it past Sarr. Wolves 0, Manchester City 3. was out near who couldn't stop the cross, and it was Neves who was on Foden at the end, obviously making up as a centre back and went through, and the most delicate of touches was enough. 20 minutes gone, and there's no surprise there. You see Brulage not happy, slamming his notepad. He's about to bring a substitute on the Wolves manager. Instead, we've seen another goal right on the 16.5 minute mark, and now from a Wolves perspective, you just want the game to end. After such a valiant performance in the second half, there's 20 minutes left, and I want it to go on. Wang's on, and so is Traore for Wolves. The double change. Wang, who had such a good start last season to his Wolves career, filtered out a little bit at the end. He's close to leaving in the summer, in fact. But has stayed. Can I get more goals is the question. De Bruyne. And applause from all sections of the crowd in appreciation for the longest monarch. In fact, the game has been stopped on the 70th minute mark, and you can hear loud applause for Queen Elizabeth II, who passed away September 8th and lasted 70 years on the throne, the longest monarch in British history. Listen to that noise. What a pleasant sight that is to see all four sides of Molineux on their feet, clapping and applauding on the 70th minute mark. Something that you will see throughout the Premier League weekend. This weekend, you saw it last night with the both games. Here, with the game it stops, and then you'll see it later today at Bournemouth and at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the celebration of the life of Queen Elizabeth II. Alvarez and Gondwan are on and Riyad Mahrez for Manchester City. Triple change. Neves. Now he's Grealish. He's trying to scoop that now to Gondwan and Mahrez. The confirmation of the City players who came off. And it's Foden, Silva and De Bruyne that have come off. They will not be needed. That's Gondwan, Mahrez and Alvarez that come on. It's a triple substitution. Wang's been brought down by Gondwan. And that will be a free kick. Neves. Towards Neto, and it's back now by Grealish. Jet. Stones. All of us now. See, just slowing it down. I think they've got their eye on their Manchester derby. What a derby that's going to be. Manchester United in cracking Premier League form, of course. Won their last four. The most informed team in the Premier League. Manchester United, they've not played in 2 weekends due to the postponements. And I'll go to the Etihad, which is a real test. And City, who are fine for themselves, unbeaten. Heading now for their 5th win of the season. Heading, in fact, back on top of the Premier League, at least for 24 hours at least, with Arsenal's trip to West London tomorrow. It's a 12 o'clock kickoff against Brentford. That's been like a weird season, of course, stop-starty, but we've had a lot of football. It's the longest period we've ever had in the Premier League era where there's not been an international break. Almost The season started August 6th, now it's September 17th. Over 6-7 weeks of straight domestic action. We will now break for the international break. Then have 6 weeks of action, and then, as mentioned earlier, it's the World Cup. And then after that, straight back into it. Straight back into the Premier League. It just doesn't stop. Football is to May. Zoom it into the season. It's now with Alvarez. He gets it back. Haaland's ahead of him. So he's gone to one. Here's Grealish. Inside the box, Grealish doesn't pull the trigger on his left foot. He might just wait to play back to Gondwan. It's blocked by Wolves. Wolves don't get it out. They're in trouble. Grealish. Got two ahead of him. Oh, he does find a blue shirt in Gondwan. Gondwan plays it back. Oh, that could have just fell to Haaland for a second. And then got stuck out by Wolves. Grealish. Diaz. Alvarez. Cancelo. Portuguese fullback gets it back and just plays it ahead of the Gondwan. And the Gondwan's ball is lovely for Mahrez. Mahrez, can he find Haaland? No, he can't. Because Jose Sarr was up there reading that script and running out and making sure. Early touches for Traore. Tall figure. The Wolves substitute. Neto. Moutinho always finds pockets of space to pick the ball up on the half turn and look where he can dictate the play. It's a lovely ball to Traore on the halfway line. He stabs this one forward down this left hand side. Here's out Nouri up against John Stones. Out Nouri into the box now. Goes on his left, still with the full back, and he's just trampled on the ball. And Mahrez was behind him with it for City. He goes long to Haaland. Haaland now. He's got Alvarez ahead of him. Doesn't look towards him. Plays to Jack Grealish. The two first half goal scorers combined in here. Grealish back to Haaland. It's Erling Haaland in the box and it's cut out by Kilman. Wolves 0, City 3. 14 minutes left. And it's the youngster that's going to come on for City. Cole Palmer had Grealish sees it's his number and the size, but he puts his hand up. £100 million man comes on and gets the goal. Corner, take a shot. That was won by Grealish and Haaland. Here's Cole Palmer onto the pitch. He's in the box, hits the byline, doesn't elect to cross. He does in the second time. Asking for Mahrez, and it's blocked over the bar. And there's no surprise that the Algerian has his hands in his head. Well, his hands on his head. 77 minutes played. You have another corner, this time on the far side. Haaland still on the pitch, looking for more. He looks towards Haaland, and in fact, it was nearly an own goal by Ruben Neves. It's gone for another corner. It's clearance there, just pushed a little bit by a City player. In fact, it's really close to being a goal, own goal. Terrible for Ruben Neves. Another whipped in ball in from Cancelo. Throw-in's going to be taken for Manchester City. About 10 yards from the penalty box. A short look towards Palmer. It doesn't take it, leaves it for Stones. Another throw in. Wolves just put pressure on City. Can't get out of this little hole they're in. Haaland now to Mahrez. They've got out of the hole for sure. Here's Mahrez, runs into a few Wolves players though. Martinho has to get out, but it's not gone out far to approach the final 10 minutes in this one. Akujay. Diaz. Palmer. Ruben Diaz. Rodri now down his right hand side. Puts it delightfully from Mahrez, who finds Haaland, whose first touch lets him down. It trickles towards Zaha. You can hear the excitement in my voice and the groans and the scares of the Wolverhampton supporters when this man gets on the ball and Haaland. It was so close for latching on there and have an opportunity to get City's fourth and his second of the game. City with another bundle of goals. It's a real credit that Wolves got. Sorry, Villa got a point. If you look at City's 4-2 against Palace, 6-0 against Nottingham Forest, including a 4-0 against Bournemouth. Also, haven't played a top 6 side yet. Manchester City, their first 6 game will be against their bitter rivals in United across the other side of the city. Would have been against Spurs, of course. Wasn't for that. Postponed it last week. Semedo's coming on for Wolves. That was Norwich afternoon. Is done. What will we see in these final 10 minutes? Njore for Wolves now inside his own half. Nice ball now towards Matheus Nunes. The game really did, unfortunately, it was very hard for it to be a contest against City when you're down to 10 players, and Wolves came out superbly inside the first 15 minutes of the second half to make a contest. I mean, they're on the attack now with Neto, and it's blocked by Ruben Diaz, making sure that he preserves this clean sheet. He's giving orders. He's just picked John Stones and said, listen mate, go there, I'm into the 6-yard box, I've got a corner to defend. Not resting on their rows here, are they? Manchester City. Tillman's up. But yeah, with Collins sending off, it did make it very difficult. Scoops in to the far post. The goalkeeper could get there. He's crawled that away and he's crawled that away enough to find the blue shirt outside penalty box. Cancelo now. This ball's a bit loose. Now with Mahrez, doesn't want to play it to the side. Senior. Neto. Senior back to Semedo. Under one now. That's a lovely pass, a split defending pass. It's Haaland now approaching the box, and that's a really good challenge. Just a centre-back challenge from Ruben Neves, the midfielder, deputising for Collins after the send-off throughout this game. And he's up against Erling Haaland, and he stood strong. There was a nice ball that came through Palmer, and then the midfielder stuck his leg out and cleared it. Corner's taken short. Cancelo looking towards Mahrez. Haaland's there, headed out by Kilman. Throw it. Mahrez for City. There's so much space now for Alvarez. Oh, and his shot isn't where you would want it to be. The substitute. That time and space is so. He had time and space. He launched that into City's half, but it's back with Manchester City. These shots just taking their time. Comes to controlling proceedings. Apologies. Could be another change for Wolves with Campbell coming on. Five minutes left. Stones. Sergio Gomez has come on for City also. Triple change. Edison with the ball. And as you imagine, with the international break looming and with the game on in its final stages, we are seeing a real, routine with and slowing down things between the two sides, or slow possession. Free kick for City in that far side. Well, for Wolves, the question is what's next? For Bruno Lage's team, Neto's come off for Campbell. There will be questions, a trip to the London Stadium to take on West Ham. We didn't get worried yet if you're Wolves. If you're a Wolves supporter, only 7 games gone, but lack of goals and adventure, cutting edge. I mean, they saw a lot of possession, saw a lot of good play in the second half, right at the start, but it didn't trouble City. And that really will disappoint Bruno Lage and the supporters here. They have the ball though down this right hand side in City's half. Wolves. Trying to hit the byline. Here's the substitutes come on in Campbell. Is he on the side of the corner? And linesman's decided it will be a goal kick. Corner. So it was Grealish that got the goal inside the first minute. De Bruyne's got 2 assists, and it was Haaland who got the second. Really put City in control on this one, and then Collins on a really high challenge on Jack Grealish, setting his marching orders and was sent off. And then midway through the second half, Foden made sure there was any doubt that City were going to take the points this afternoon with another De Bruyne assist. The second of them, second one goal. That was Foden's second of the season in the league also. He's living it dangerously here. Wanted the goalkeeper to cut. Sure, he didn't. And Sarr cleared anyway. And the ball is with Wolves in their half of Martinho. On his far side. This is good play. Here's Nunes. Can they pull one back? Will be a mere consolation. He fires up, looking towards Campbell, goes up. And in fact, there will be a free kick to City. Edison was way off his goal line. He rolls this one out. He puts City on the attack already. And Haaland's through and got, oh, his first touch lets him down. Haaland still with the man. Here's Palmer. In the final minute, and City still looking for more goals. That was a quick, instinctive play from the City goalkeeper after winning the ball from the cross. And then in fact, whipping the ball into Alvarez's direction to play it to Haaland. I wonder how many minutes will be added on. City go down the attack, down his left-hand side. Here's Palmer. Haaland's in the far post. Oh, he doesn't go for it, Haaland. It just skips away. Stones. Oh, in the final minute. Kevin De Bruyne has been named the player of the match. No surprise there. Fine performance from the City captain. City are still going for more goals, by the way. There's Cancelo in the box looking towards Gundogan. We've got that brace. Last day of the season against Villa. City to win. 2-0 down last season. At half time they came back, got 3 goals, denied Liverpool 20th Premier League title. League title. Now looking for that 3-peat. Early days as we approach the 90th minute mark. How many minutes added on? Confirmation of how many minutes added on as Edison comes on, heads it for just the 3 minutes. Just the 3. In an eventful game at Molineux, just seen Molineux side back up their Champions League win in midweek and return back to winning ways, of course, in the Premier League. Just that 1-1 victory, 1-1 draw, sorry. Last time out against Aston Villa and Manchester City. Mahrez now on this right hand side. In fact, it's Cancelo who's going to hit the byline, and his cross is very high. In fact, it's been out of play. And Palmer shot the way out. Crowds are filtering out here. Yeah, Molineux, no surprise. The fans have seen enough. Behind inside the first 50 seconds. Perfect start for City. So for Wolves, played a minute and a half. Added time. Neves on the ball. Essentially. Goes long and Snedo's featured it, looking towards it. Inside the final minute. They take the throw in, it's with Palmer. From the technical area. Down the right we go. Through Wolves, it's cleared and cut out by Sergio Gomez. It's incredible. In the Premier League, that's only scored 11. Scored 3. Damning statistics. And that will be the conundrum for the next 2 weeks. Real large. How can they get goals? Hard to breach at times. Only conceded 4 before this game. Now conceded 7 in the league as Haaland goes down this right side. This will be the last attack for Haaland for City. And the ref will look to blow his whistle. And that will be it. Manchester City return to winning ways in the Premier League. And they end a good period and a good week after winning in Europe. And goals from Grealish